Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Sliding on Twoz video. Hey, today we're just going to get on the motorcycle and we're going to ride. I'm helping out a friend. He want to see a video of what it's like riding on the street and then the curves and the twists. So come on, ride with me. And I'm going to talk as I ride and just give out some pointers and tips that he could use. Hey, and let him get a first-hand view. Let's do it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never.
It's still going.
So yeah, that windshield look good. I like the windshield you put on there. Only thing we didn't document is when I rode it yesterday, and I hate I didn't have my camera then to document me riding on a Harley. But maybe when you get time another time, I'll get a chance to ride it again.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll get to ride it again.
That's if he don't sell it, you know. He like working on them, fixing, and then selling them or trading them is what he like doing.
And always losing money.
He say he always losing money. So this a wide glide.
Yeah.
Wide glide. Okay. And you say, okay, yeah, I was thinking soft tail, but you can see the shock, so it's not a soft tail.
Correct.
Got it. Perfect. So what kind of bike is it, Brent?
Harley Davidson?
Yeah, what he just said it was. Harley Davidson what? You was asking me early.
It's a FX DWG. FX stands for skinny front tire. DWG stands for Dyna Wide Glide.
So it's a wide glide,
And
right?
that's the Evo Wide Glide.
Evo. What year you said it was?
1994.
1994 Evo wide glide. Nice, man. I mean, you look at this thing, you wouldn't think it's a 1994.
With 94,000 miles.
94,000 miles on it. Man, can you believe that? And it's still running really well. I mean, actually better than really well. It runs like a charm. It really sounds good. It runs good for a 1994. Man, see, until I got into the motorcycle world, I never would have thought, you know, something like this could run so long and look so good.
A woman owned it.
A lady owned it?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy. Man, that's a nice bike. I really like the forks, how they fork out. My forks are not that long, but it's probably about the size of my bike. How much does it weigh?
650.
About 650 pounds? Yeah, pretty similar to my bike. Pretty similar to mine. My Kawasaki.
80-inch Evo 1340cc.
Wow, I like it, man.
80 cubic inches.
I like it. I like it. So we just gonna help out my boy G. G's still in the parking lot. And so I'm encouraging him to stay in the parking lot. So I think he needs just a little more practice. But he wanted to see what it was like on the streets. And I pretty much told him he wasn't ready. So I'm just being truthful. I'm ready for a riding buddy. The two guys you see there are my two riding buddies. We ride every weekend. G is gonna join us as soon as he go and take the MFS class. So we're practicing in the parking lot right now. Once he take that MFS class, get his license, I'm still not gonna encourage him to go on the street. I'm hoping to get him to go, you know, on the back streets in his neighborhood. So man, you got to really keep your head on the swivel. Did you see the burgundy truck that almost came out on me just a second ago? You really have to keep your head on the swivel. And see, in the parking lot, you're going, you know, 7, 8 miles an hour, 10, 12 miles an hour at the most. No traffic. But when you're out here, you're riding at traffic speeds. And cars are all around you. You have to make sure you don't panic and just keep your head on the swivel. It's pretty much like driving a car you have to be diligent, you have to really pay attention. But riding a motorcycle, you have to be on offense and defense. There's cars coming out from parking lots, cars coming out from shopping centers. Probably the worst ones are the cars that making left-hand turns in front of you. Intersections. You see my head on a swivel. I have the GoPro on my helmet. So watch the car. See the truck on the right? What I normally do is watch their tires. See the car on the right? Sometimes they don't see you, so you have to make sure. And then here's a prime example. Look at the car on my left. My boy just sped up. Now he didn't want me to get in front of him, so he sped up. And you can tell he's watching the bikes. And a lot of people are infatuated with the motorcycle, so, but he's a little too close for comfort. Did you see the car on the right? You gotta watch it. So I want you to look ahead for any dangers or any cars. See the car on the left? He's watching the bikes. You have to really focus and pay attention to everything that's around you. See, my buddy speeds up to pass this car on the left, but the car speeds up keeping up with him because they're looking at the bike, but it's pretty dangerous. I don't ride side by side with any car. And speed limit here is about 55, so I'm probably right at that, 55 to 60. See, he's still there, so you really have to watch him. My buddy speeds up and then he speeds up. See, and that's pretty dangerous, so I don't play with cars like that. And there's all type of people out there. There's people that don't like motorcyclists, so they'll run over you. So you just have to make sure you stay away from them. One of the rules that you have to know is that a lot of times cars don't see you. They say loud pipe save lives, and we both have loud pipe, but sometimes they don't see you. And if they do look to see you, they don't recognize you as a motorcycle. So you have to just pretty much pretend that you're invisible and nobody sees you. And that's how you have to ride. Now it's about 8 o'clock Sunday morning, and there's not a lot of people on the streets. So we're back here on some country roads. A lot of nice twisties and curves. Really enjoyable ride. And I've been trying to tell him how you turn a motorcycle. You don't turn a motorcycle like you would turn a car. See, that curve going to the right. But if you want the motorcycle to go to the right, you don't turn the handlebars to the right. You push the right handlebar. You push it. Going to the left, you push the left handlebar. And usually if I'm going to the right, like this right hand coming up, I'm on the inside, close to the yellow line, so I can see around that corner. So I'll go inside, outside, back inside. And most of these corners you can pretty much see around them, so it's not that critical. But see, like this one, I'll stay to the inside, come back to the outside, see the cars passing close to that yellow line. So I like to stay farther on the right. So when you're riding, it's 3 of us, and my buddy in the front, he's riding close to the inside. The next person is where position I'm in, to the right, and the other guy's behind me, close to the yellow line on the left. So we're riding in formation. Now we don't do like the motorcycle cops, you know, ride side by side, because think of this one lane. We actually have 3 lanes or 3 positions in this one line. So close to the yellow line, you can call it A or position 1. I can go to the center, B, position 2, or I can go to the outside, the white line, C, position 3. So that's why we don't ride next to each other. We like to give each cyclist, you know, all 3 lanes to maneuver in. I mean, you may have to dodge a pothole or something, so you don't want somebody right on the side of it. But we're not in the city anymore, so you don't have the city traffic. So I just want to encourage G to stay in that parking lot till he think he's ready to go take the MFS class. Once he get that class, go practice in his neighborhood before he come out on the streets. We're gonna stop here at the state park, and there's riders on the right, a group of riders. There's a group of riders in front of us. So if you're a nervous type person, you know, motorcycles might not be for you. I mean, they're not for everybody. But if you're gonna ride, I'd say get the training you need. Definitely get your license. Get a bike that you can handle, that you could be flat-footed on. I mean, there's just a lot of variables to think about. A couple of groups out here tonight.
Yeah. That's a new style wide glide.
Oh, this one over here. Is this yours a wide glide? Mm-hmm. So a wide glide. Oh, Evo. 19 what?
94.
1994 Evo, and you say this is a newer style?
Yeah.
You got them long forks on there like yours, huh? Wide glide Evo. There's my old bike, my rider. And this is him, under shadow. And this is also a wide glide. Pretty nice. And this is that expensive BMW. Ride your ride. Ride your ride, baby. Don't even try to keep up with me. Yeah. Ride your ride. So it's your first bike, huh? Yeah, this is my first bike. How long you been riding?
About 2 months.
Wow, I got a little bit on you then. I'm right at a year now. How many miles you got?
17.
Huh?
17K.
Okay. 17,000 miles. It works. I like it. I like it.
I was just asking what size the engine is.
I have no idea. When it comes to this, I found brand new.
I bet it's a 103.
I don't know nothing.
Look at all these Harley guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You get a Harley.
We the old guys over here.
That's the one thing about Harley.
What's happening, man?
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Nobody knows what a fucking
How's it going,
KTM
man?
is, though.
Hey, Mike Brooks. Larry.
Look, I ain't got no need for speed, baby. What's going on?
What's up?
Look.
I'm Jay, man.
We just cruising and that's it.
Nice video.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, we just cruising,
I'll be
man.
cruising too. I was in last place, man.
All right, dude. So you're in last place.
Yeah, man. I was chilling, man.
But you got the power, though.
No. This is a 390, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it goes maybe 100. And that's if I'm lucky. That's if I'm lucky. Oh, it's one.
All right, so we gonna get back on the road. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's just once you get on a motorcycle, you'll never turn back because, I can't even explain the freedom that you feel. You know, it's like you're floating on a rocket ship. And one thing you gotta remember, man, and I'm riding with 3 guys, and that's probably the largest group I normally ride with, but you gotta ride your ride. Now those guys are rolling. But I'm riding my ride. It doesn't matter how fast they go in the curves. My buddy that's in the front, that's farther up, he like to hit those curves really hard and fast. Yeah, they were doing. Hey, it was speed bikes though. But I let them go in the curve, and I ride my ride, and I catch up with them in the straightaway. But there's no rush. There's no rush to get out here on these streets. You get, kind of get your skills up, get your license. These streets are not going anywhere. They be here waiting on you. Hey guys, if you have anything else you want to say, leave it in the comments for G. He's going to get a bagger, so he's not going to be on a sports bike, which it doesn't matter. It all applies. You still have to be safe. But you just have to remember to ride your ride. Alright G, so I just wanted to give you just a small sample of what it's like, but don't rush to come out. I pretty much stayed with the group most of the time, and they've split out, and I'm headed home. So now we're in traffic, so now this is where you have to be really vigilant, especially at intersections. People making left-hand turns in front of you. The right-hand side see the car, you have to watch his tires, make sure he's not coming in. And I'm covering my brake, my front brake, because you always gotta be at the ready. Hey man, make sure you keep tools on the ground, and make sure you ride your ride. Later.